What's up, family? Welcome back to the Stop Sinking Show, where we go from struggle to flow. Depending on how you've lived your life and the experiences that you have accumulated, when you look at a successful person or someone doing something you admire, you probably attribute their success to a variety of factors. Again, depending on either what you've seen play out in your own life or subtle societal programming and messages that you've received that maybe you don't even know, you frame the resulting success in a certain way. You might consider it luck. You might consider it talent and skill. You might see it as hard work. You might see it as well-timed decisions. You might see it as other types of endowed advantages like resources or open doors. You might see it as a combination of any or all of these things. I myself study the stories and lives of people and try to reverse engineer what it is that led to it. And again, maybe it's my own experiences and the programming that I have received that governs where I'm going to go here. Now, there's a case for any and all of these things to be super valid. But at the same time, there are just as many people who had all of these things. They had luck on their side. They had talent and skills. They worked hard. Maybe they had the resources and timing and any and all of those things. And many of those people you don't hear about. It's a case of survivorship bias played out. We only hear from the people who tried and succeeded. The people who tried and failed are probably not making videos or content to tell you about it. So you only hear the winning stories. It would be safe and fair to say that not 100% of people who have had all of these advantages end up in the same place, right? So again, it's something to ponder on. What is the missing criteria that leads the winners to winning and those seemingly with the same advantages leads them to fade into obscurity and never get to capitalize on those advantages? Now, I'm sorry to disappoint you because in all my studying and me looking for the answer here, I don't have a concise or definitive answer as to what I think the reason for their success is. This conversation, I'm sorry to disappoint you, will not lead to an end-all, be-all missing link to convert all of those people into a 100% success rate. I don't know the answer. But there is one intangible that comes to mind that I have found to be a huge difference maker in my own life. Again, my own experiences. And one that will, I think, set you apart from 99% of the people next to you. And of course, if you've read the title, I'm talking about care. Now, why would care make such a difference? Why is care even a topic of discussion? It doesn't seem like something we spend much time thinking about. And that's the exact reason why. We don't think about care as an asset, as care being something that sets people apart. And also how it sets apart the experiences of people who deal with the people who care. Think about this for a second. Think about the medical profession, because this directly correlates. We have all had experiences when we've gone to our doctor and the doctor is so busy and so overworked that he treats you just like a number. He thinks his job is just to provide the cure or aid for something that is wrong with you and gives you the 5 minutes, checks you, and gives you a prescription and goes on to the next number. Now think about the times you've gone to the doctor and instead of that experience being rushed, this doctor felt like he gave you ample time to explain yourself. He listened empathetically and intently. He really made you feel understood before prescribing anything. Can you feel the difference inside of you if you're visualizing and recalling a memory? Because we've all probably been through this. What the second doctor made you feel was care. The first doctor was just worried about delivering the cure, like a bank teller just doing his job. The second doctor added care to the cure. That's what they call bedside manner. Whose hands do you feel more comfortable leaving your health in? And of course, within reason, I highly doubt one being more accomplished than the other would make a difference. At a certain point, the accomplishments would flatten without the soft skills in dealing with people and the actual caring that people seek. Again, within reason. If you have a disease that's difficult to solve and there's only a few qualified people to help you, you probably will go to them no matter what their attitude is like. But if you had the choice, you go to the person that cares. I just use doctors again as an example because the care principle applies directly and is easy to see. But this applies to every aspect of life, from your performance at your job, as a role in your family unit, as a friend, or any physical or relational endeavor that you take on. Your care can elevate you instantly. And like the prior example, it will shrink the importance of your work, because work can be easily seen and measured, but care is immeasurable, but surely felt in a real, visceral sense in your gut. When you are around someone who cares deeply about what they do, you can feel it. And same as the opposite. When you are in the presence of someone who is casual and lackadaisical about what they do, you can feel that too. It feels icky. It feels almost like you can feel it on you, the waste of life that is embodying them. I'll give you my own self as an example. The thing that ever helped me at all in my career. It wasn't some skill that I had developed. I was average skilled. It wasn't my intelligence or ability to learn fast. I was surrounded by smart people. It wasn't my willingness to go for it and take risks that I wasn't ready for. Now, to be fair, all these things helped. But the only reason I ever even developed any of these, or the door ever even opened for me for these to even matter, is because it was deeply felt by everyone I interacted with that I cared the most. My past direct reports that work with me would attest to my care and tell you that they felt that I cared more than the owners of the company that we worked in. And this isn't just in one company. This is how I was in everywhere that I worked. I cared more than I was paid to care. I cared more than you can ever even pay anyone to care, because the reality is that you cannot pay anyone to care. Care is something someone brings or they don't bring on their own. Some of us just perform our job duties and go home. We don't care past that. And the result of our lives reflect that lack of care. It's very easy to not care. But caring just a little more than not caring is just a little more of care that is not much harder than the ease of not caring. And caring even that little bit more can make a world of difference. And even that little bit extra of care is so rare. I can't tell you how difficult it is to find people that actually care. And again, you cannot pay people to care. You cannot hire for care. It is not something that you can put into a job description or compensate for directly. So when you care, when you find people that care, even a little more care than people who don't care, just a slight bit than not caring, you automatically become an outlier. People will get this feeling around you that is something they don't experience around many other people. Just a little bit of care and you become incompatible with the rest of the crowd. Because passion and desire never blends with lackadaisical. Just a little care and you're heaps and bounds above the crowd, ahead of the crowd. My care makes me restless in certain scenarios. I can't imagine ever having a job where I go in, do my thing, maintain the little projects that I'm supposed to maintain, and just go home. If I can't make a difference, if I can't affect change, if I can't move the needle in some way, I can't sleep at night. If I care so much that I feel all this energy, all this care has to be put into something that's worthwhile, or it's a waste of care. It's a waste of my energy. It's a waste of my life force. And then I have to go on the hunt for something that I can care about, that I can actually make a difference in. And I've mentioned this before, but our care is our guidance mechanism. You can't care about everything. So the things that you care about, the things that stand out to you, the things that piss you off, the things that you spend time thinking about, all those things are screaming to you about what to do and how to spend your time and how to spend your life. What you care about, what you care for, grows. And only the things that you care for grow. Your care has the power to change your circumstances and those circumstances of the people around you. Again, your work can be easily seen. Your care is felt. It's like that saying, people don't care what you know unless they know that you care. It's felt. Your care makes a dent that no amount of work ever can. Your heart reaches places your hands cannot. Your care is your navigation. Follow where it takes you. Even just a little bit of care can shape the entire world. I love you, family. Stay true always. See you on the next show.